Hi guys, welcome back to another video on Angular 17 crash course tutorial series. This part is about protecting routes using authentication guards in Angular. So for that we need to create different routes, and I'm going to show you that how we can create a public routes or a protected routes in real applications. We protect our routes when user is not logged in. For example, user is not logged in, then we are not allowed user to open up their dashboard, open up their profile, or based upon the permissions as well, since that is a different topic like login or implementation of the sign in, sign up, and all this setup. I will be creating that video in the future for this tutorial series, but I'm going to mimic that behavior if user is logged in or not, if the session of the logged in user exists or not, using any utility function or a utility variable. So I've created this empty Angular 17 project, you can see, and this is an empty Angular 17 project. It contains some default files and folders. So I'm simply going to open up the app's HTML file, and I'm going to remove it and open up this one, and I'm going to remove this title as well. So before going towards protecting routes, I first need to create different routes. So first of all, router outlet, let's leave it like this, and let's open up this app component HTML file, and here I'm simply going to create a navbar. I'm not going to add a navbar directly over here. Instead, I'm going to create a new component. So inside it, let me go in my project directory and ngc for components slash navbar. So this is going to create a navbar component in my components directory over here. So let's open that up, and here we can create navbars. So let's add the button type, and then this is going to be the button type, and then we can have the router link equals to this, and this is going to be the home. Okay, let me copy this, and I'm going to leave this home route public, but I'm going to create this dashboard route. This is going to be the protected until and unless session of the user exists or not, although that would not be a real login sign up, but I'm going to mimic that behavior, that if the user is logged in or not. So now let's create another route. So I will be protecting both dashboard and about route. Okay, so let me see if in the navbar I need to import this router outlet, because I'm using links and router link. Okay, so let's close it, and type button, let's see. Okay, let's remove that, and now in my app component I can import that navbar component. For using that, I can first import the navbar component over here in my app component. Now here I can use that component to be shown. So let's add the app navbar, and this should match with this selector. Okay, so I think this is matching navbar, and after that all the content is going to be visible. Let's say the class equals to container. Okay, and inside this div let's add the router outlet. All right, now let me run the project and see if anything is visible. So navbar should be visible because this is what I have added. So let's refresh, and now you can see that the home dashboard about is visible. I'm not able to navigate because I've not added any routes over here. So let me quickly create other components. So navbar, we have about component, we have dashboard component. Okay, and we already have a home route, that we can load a home route as well. So let's go with that. All right, so we have these 3-4 components, and I'm going to open up this app routes, and I've already shown you how we can add routes in my previous video. So in this file we need to add the path we need to add the title, home. This is not required. This is going to show on the browser tab at the top. So let's import that home component, which I've already added. Okay. And similar to this, we can add paths to our dashboard and about pages. So dashboard, and this is going to be the dashboard component. And now this is going to be about. So about, and this is going to be the about component. Okay, so let's run the app and let's see if we are able to navigate to that. npm run start actually. Okay, so it's building. Let's go, and you can see that the home works. Let's click on the dashboard. Actually, it's not getting visible. Let's see. So we have this home dashboard, and we have this nav bar, and nav bar should have these routers, router link dashboard, and this is going to be about. Actually, this word needs to match with this thing, router. Okay, it's not written over here, so I need to add the dashboard. I forgot that. My apologies. So let's do that, and path is also going to be the home. Okay, so now let's click on the home dashboard. About works, and these two paths works. Home does not work. Let's see, it is the home, and I'm going to open up the nav bar. So this is something I've not written, so this is going to be the home. Okay, so home works, dashboard, about, and all of these are working, and this is what I have added over here. Now it's time to see and protect our dashboard and about route. If the session exists, then we are going to make these routes public. If session does not exist, then I'm going to protect these routes. Okay, so let me close all of these files. So this is the components folder, and inside this components folder, I'm going to within the app, I'm going to create another folder, and this is going to be the utils. Since I told you that I'm going to mimic the login behavior for the users, implementing login authentication is a separate topic. I'm going to cover that in the future. Okay, so inside this utils, and let me create a new file, and let's name it session.ts. And inside it, I'm simply going to export a variable. So const session equals to false. It means that session does not exist, means user is not logged in. Then we are simply going to protect our routes, and I will manually be changing it to true to test that out. If the session exists, whether those routes become public or not, whether I'm able to access those routes or not. Okay, and other than this, let me create another thing. So ngg, let me clear that out so it becomes clear to you guys. So ngg, ng is for Angular CLI, G for generate, and then I need to create a guard, which is a pre-built file convention provided by Angular guard. Okay, and this is going to be created inside the guards folder, and let's give it the auth guard. This is the name of the file. So let's hit enter, and it is asking me what kind of guard I want to create. I have the 4 options. If I want to can activate means that whether I want to activate particular routes based upon a variable. Activate means that whether I want to allow some route is to be accessible to the user on the browser. So I can go with can activate. We will explore the other things. Can deactivate. Can deactivate is opposite of that. Okay, it's just like a negation operator before any boolean variable. Okay, so I can go with the can activate, and this is going to get created guards. This is where the guard exists. Okay, so this is the auth guard. Actually, this guard is automatically added because this was guard. I can actually change its name, so let's change that. All right, so before actually making something over here, let me go in my routes file, and here along with this path title and the component, we can actually have another property. So I'm not going to add a property in my home because home will always be public. And here in my component, I'm simply going to add can activate property, and this is going to take the path to my guard file, and this is automatically gets imported. Okay, and similar to this, I'm going to add can activate to my auth guard to the about. Okay, this is not going to protect quickly because I need to add a logic in my guard file, and this is going to allow that this route is only going to be activated until and unless this auth guard is going to return us true or false. If it is true, then it is going to be public. If it is false, this is going to be private. Okay, let's close this file, and everything we need to do over here, and in this file we can detect if user is logged in or not, and then we can return some boolean variable. We can detect if user session exists or not. We can return boolean variable based upon if conditions over here. So it's up to you what kind of logic you want to create inside it. I have this session variable which I can use, and similar to that you can use the session for the logged in user, whether the user data exists in the local storage or not. If you are using local storage, you can check the cookies for checking the user's data. Okay, so let's write some logic inside it, and based upon the session variable we can return true or false. So first of all, we need to implement it with the can activate function, which is already added, and then this is the route. Let me give some data types. Since we are using TypeScript, I always like to give data types to it, which is not by default added. So activated route snapshot, which is needs to be added, and then for the state, this is going to be the router state snapshot. Okay, this is going to be imported at the top. Now this is going to return true. Let me see what happens if I run my application. So here, let's refresh. I'm at the home route. Let's click on the dashboard, and return true means that this is going to be public because I've already added this auth guard in my routes. And if I give it false manually, okay, let's close that. And now if I click on the dashboard or about, you will see that I'm not able to navigate to that. It means that based upon this value, I'm able to navigate, I'm able to protect these routes. How cool is that? So rather than using this false, I'm simply going to come and first of all, I'm going to bring in the router equals to, and I'm going to inject from Angular core, and inside it, I'm simply going to put in the router, and there has to be equal sign over here. Okay, so this router needs to be imported as well from the Angular router. Okay, so after that, I'm also going to be giving it like what kind of routes I want to protect. This is something logic which I'm creating. You can improve the logic based upon your requirement. So protected routes, and then this is going to be of type string array equals to, and then slash dashboard slash about. Okay, so let's return a value. So protected routes dot includes state dot URL, and I'm going to import the session variable now from that utils file. Okay, if session does not exist and the protected routes or dashboard or route, then I'm going to navigate to the home route, and this is going to return the navigation process. So question mark, I'm going to write router dot navigate, and then I'm going to navigate to the home route. And since this is a ternary operator, I can add ternary operator and then true. Okay, this is going to make it public. So this is the whole logic, returning if the route is dashboard or about and the session does not exist. So let me see what happens. So let's refresh dashboard about, and I'm simply navigating to the home route. Home route means that this is where it is going to exist. So home route, let me add h1, This is the home route. Okay, this is the home route, and this is the actual home component. Okay, because this is the home route. But if I try to click on the dashboard, it will be navigated back to the home route. This is the logic I have written. Now let's go into the session, and let's give the session exist, means that user is logged in. Now let's refresh and let's click on the dashboard. Now I'm able to navigate to the dashboard. These routes are no more protected. I can access these routes. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope that you have understood the logic. You can write a very long logic over here based upon the variables you might have for the logged in user, or based upon the user roles as well. Admin might have access, or moderator might not have access to a particular routes. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you have liked my videos and you have learned something new, do subscribe my channel, and see you in the next video. Thank you again for watching.